Hello, this is a quick tutorial on how to use Canva. I think the best way to learn using this program is to just play with it. At this point last week, you should have created a Canva account with your Minnows email. If you have not done that, then you will need to go do that before you can complete this assignment. So, we are going to create a logo in Canva. There are all different kinds of designs you can do. If you're in here on this main page, you can go to more. And again, down here, you can see all kinds of options. If you want to design whatever you're designing in something else, in one of these other options, you're welcome to do that. With that being said, I am going to type in logo up here, and it will give me a perfect square size. It will give me all these templates. So if one of these lines with kind of the look you're going for, use it. These are professional designers. We are not all professional designers. This could be very helpful to you in creating your brand. And again, if there's multiple pages, you can hover over it and it'll slide over them and kind of show you some of the options that they have. So I am going to randomly pick, I am an online support website for special education teachers. So with that being said, I'm going to just take this logo. Generally, special education teachers and teachers in general have a very female leaning vibe. So I would, I guess, keep that in mind as part of my design. So I kind of like where this one started. First and foremost, I want to make sure that I am using a business name. So I'm going to use sorry, I had a little brain pause there because I couldn't remember what business name I ended up choosing for this. So I chose Supporting SPED. So I am going to go in here. You can highlight all of this text. You can update it to your needs. Obviously, that doesn't look right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a space. And you can click on all of these things, on these elements. When you're clicking on them, you can go up here and change font sizes. So we're gonna run with that. Other things you can do, so let's say you're highlighting all this stuff. It's all grouped together right now because it's one logo. If that's the case that you're finding when you're getting here, go up to this ungroup section and then you'll see all the boxes and just click out of it. Now if I move something, it moves that independently. Let's say I move it here and I screwed up. There is a arrow back here to undo, and that will bring you back. And that is a lifesaver in this. So again, you can see things moving. You can go forward until you've made mistakes or not. But I am going to make my company called Supporting SPED. I don't love this font. So I can go up to the fonts here, and there are all these different versions. So I'm going to find one. And again, I expect you to play around in this more and really kind of explore what might work for you, but I am going to run with, let's see if I can find a quick one that I like. Okay, good enough. I like Chloe. So Chloe is my font. Now there's other ways to expand this. This box is clicked. I've already just been focusing on the text. I can use this to expand. You can also click on these arrows and expand it this way if you find that easier, and then you can move around the box. So let's say I want mine to say Supporting SPED. Crown's really not what I'm looking for. So you can go over here to elements, and there's all these different options. Now here's where my difference is going to be a lot more telling than yours. I have a pro account, so I can use all of the graphics that I see. You do not. So I am going to type in a keyword support. And let's see, what is something, now you can do photos if you just want photos. And there's also this whole collection of graphics. So I'm talking about support and love, and I say I'm going to want this one. Again, you can see the pro account there. So not all of these are going to be available to you. So you're going to have to play with that. It's probably going to be the most complicated part of your concept. So I have my little piece here. I'm going to delete my crown. And, ooh, I kind of like how that looks. I'm going to shrink these people down, but I kind of want them to overlap. Let's just say I want them in the background. But they're a little bit, you can right click on this box and you can move things in front of and behind things. So if I want to make this text, hover over this, or if I want this one to hover over that, I can say bring to front. Now you see how it covers that. I don't like that. I'm going to hit my back arrow again. It's going to hide behind. Now let's say I'm going to expand this out a little bit and fill it into that white space. I'm kind of digging that. It's covering up my font a little bit. I don't love that idea. So what you can do is, while that's clicked on, you can click on transparency, and this can tell you how dark or bright it is in the picture. So I'm going to put it really light. And now my gray guys are kind of hard to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I am going to change the color of my people to some of my font color. Let's say it's not really my blue. I'm going to change that heart to yellow. Okay, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Now that's another thing. When you clicked on the text, I can click on text over here and I can bring it. I have brand colors. I'm not sure if you have that option as a pro. If you need to add a color and make it your own color, you click this add color here, and then that hex code that we've written down before, which is why it's important. I know that 57D just happens to be one of our codes. This is a color code for blue. You can type that in there and hit enter, and you will then have that font. So I am going to adjust my blue. Let's see. I kind of like that dark green, but here there's an outline color, so I'm going to change that too. So I'm going to go with green. Sure. Love it. And then I am going to change this font. Now here I went with Chloe. Let's say I don't like Nunito. I'm going to go to Code Pro. Sure, I love that font. So I'm going to double click on that, and I will change this to a special education community. This happens to bend around the text, so that's kind of why you get that look. Oops. So then I click off of it, and look at that. So this is my logo. I don't really love the light blue in the background. I want to look at it just on white, or I can switch it up to black. Okay, so maybe you find a color in the background that supports your colors. Maybe I want this gold. I don't love the look of this, but I'm going to do it for this case because it's all my brand colors. So there it is. This is the logo I want to make my company logo. So I am going to now download this, because you're going to have to send a copy to me. So you can go up to this right corner. You can click download. Now, if you didn't want this gold background, you just wanted a clear background, I can choose transparent background. I think that's a pro option, so you may not be able to do that. You can change the file type. You've probably worked with JPEGs before. I suggest PNG. They're higher quality, and they're the ones that give you, if you have a picture and you don't want a white box behind it, if you get rid of the background, PNGs are the ones that have the clear background. So I just have made a habit of downloading PNG files. You will click download. It will download to your computer. It'll give you this little blurb, and you have officially created a logo. Let's say you're playing around with this and you're a little nervous, you kind of like it, but you think maybe there's something else you want to do with it. You can click to duplicate the page, and then down here you can move these. Let's say I want these to be in the background of the whole image, or whatever I end up deciding to do. And then I want to make them more transparent. Whatever I decide to do with my logo. You can also play with it that way if you're kind of feeling good about your first logo. Another thing to consider. So have fun with it. Again, the logo is a good place to start. The best way to learn is just to play around with it. And I really look forward to seeing the logos that you create for your business. So good luck, and contact me if you have any questions.